Listen to this truth. We are growing by the day and our viewership keeps growing on our different platforms. We are inviting you to advertise your goods and services with us at incredibly low rates. And do you have news for us? Script or video, please contact us through our email address clearviewnewsroom@gmail.com or WhatsApp line 080-650-30-300. Again, 080-650-30-300. Welcome on board.
Hello and welcome to Clearview Television. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. Despite the euphoria among the indigenes of Delta State that the £4.2 million looted and recovered from friends and associates of a former governor of the state, James Ibori, has been returned to the state coffers. The state government has made it clear that it was yet to receive the money. The Accountant General of the Federation, Ahmed Idris, had told newsmen in Abuja on Tuesday that the recovered looted fund has been returned to the state government. So where is the money?
The Accountant General of the Federation, Ahmed Idris, on Tuesday, while appearing before the Senate Committee investigating the status of recovered loot, said the fund has been returned to the state. However, in contrary, the Chief Press Secretary to the state government, Olisa Ifejaka, on Wednesday, countered the Accountant General's claim, insisting that the oil-rich state is yet to receive the money.
We appreciate the willingness of the federal government to return that money to Delta State where it rightly belongs, but the truth is that that money has not hit the account of Delta for our state government. We saw it yesterday, like every other Nigerian, that when the Accountant General of the Federation, Ahmed Idris, while appearing before the House of Representatives Committee on Recovered Assets, made that statement, and there was this avalanche of inquiries to know whether the money had come to us. And the truth, like I told you, is that the money hasn't come. But we're happy that they've shown willingness, shown disposition to send the money, and we know that very soon the money will come, having started the process. And I must add that the state government is in constant touch with them. We were in contact with the federal government through the office of the Attorney General of the Federation. And I assure you that when the money arrives, like it's obvious it will arrive, and they haven't started the process as it were, we will acknowledge it and let the public know. We should also assure that, like we have always done, the money will be probably deployed to reasonable infrastructure that Deltans will appreciate.
Ifejaka assured that the Delta State government will ensure the funds are judiciously utilized to improve infrastructure across the state once received. Mercy Eke, reporting for Clearview Television.
Governor Rotimi AKEREDOLU of Ondo State this Wednesday maintained that the 1963 Constitution remains the best document for Nigeria as a diverse and heterogeneous entity, and going back to the 1963 Republican Constitution will help to address all the ongoing agitations in the country. AKEREDOLU stated this during his opening remarks at the public hearing by the Senate Committee on Constitution Review held in Akure, the state capital. The governor noted that every constitutional review in the country was drafted and foisted on the people of the country except the 1963 Constitution, which upheld the principle of autonomy, organic development of the law using local experiences, and that the Republican status of the country was reflected. AKEREDOLU said the major provisions which allowed the three regions which existed before independence were retained in the 1963 Constitution. The governor, however, said unfortunately the military coup of 1966 destroyed that when it abolished regionalism and created the so-called provinces, while imposing a unitary system on the country. The governor provided further insight on federalism earlier this year in an interview on a national television station.
Everybody believes that, look, oh, let things go on how do I call it now, just as usual, just government as usual. It can never be. There must be a way in which more funds come to the state. There must be a way in which the state will have control of its own resources, mineral resources. That at the end of the day, we are paying tax, we are paying royalty, we are paying money to federal government. There are a lot of money in the federal government now that the states are lacking. There must be a way in which resource control must come to be debated. Our fiscal policy must be debated. We must be able to come back to table, to sit down to talk on this. When you talk about restructuring, you talk about this, it's not issue about how to for all of us to go our different ways. No, it's not dividing the country.
An elder statesman, Edwin Clark, has faulted President Muhammadu Buhari's comment on the decision of the 17 southern governors banning open grazing in their states. President Buhari, through his spokesman, Garba Shehu, said that the decision is of questionable legality and therefore cannot be enforced. Reacting to President Buhari's statement, Clark, a First Republic minister and leader of the Pan-Niger Delta Elders Forum, PANDEF, described it as unfortunate and wants the president to retract the statement for the interest of peace in the country. Speaking after a Thanksgiving service in Abuja to mark his 94th birthday, Clark also kicked against those clamoring for secession, saying Nigeria has what it takes to become stronger if internal issues of disagreement can be adequately resolved.
On the occasion, the celebrant Edwin Clark spoke on some burning national issues, which includes the response of President Buhari on open grazing by the southern governors.
So I appeal to him to withdraw that statement and make peace with all Nigerians. We have no other country to go to. I do not believe in secession. I do not believe in breakup of Nigeria. But these are issues that may break up this country. You can't force your will on people.
The elder statesman said the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable and warned those feeling the embers of war and disintegration to desist from it.
I said, if I'm to succeed, where do I go to? Who owns this country more than myself? We either succeed or we fail together. Nigeria will remain one country.
Edwin Clark, born on May 25, 1927, is a Nigerian nationalist, Ijaw leader and politician from Delta State, who worked with the administration of military governor Samuel Ogbemudia and head of state General Yakubu Gowon between 1966 to 1975. In 1966, he was a member of an advisory committee to the military governor of the Midwestern state, David Ejiro, and was appointed Federal Commissioner of Information in 1975. Clark was an unofficial advisor to President Goodluck Jonathan. He is the philanthropist who founded the Edwin Clark's Foundation and established a university in his hometown.
This is Abuja, the fastest growing city in the world. Thousands troop in and out of this great place. So, where are you coming from? Far north, south, east, or west? Let's share this wisdom with you about where to stay, considering comfort, prompt services, and above all, adequate security. Zeus Paradise Hotel, number 1 Domenico Gito Street by Setraco, by Jabi Lake Mall, Mabushi, Abuja. We invite you to get details of this hotel from our website, www.zeusparadise.com. Telephone 0807 050 0062. Zeus Paradise Hotel. Complete home away from home.
Mali's transitional president and prime minister resigned during mediation efforts Wednesday after being arrested in an apparent second military coup in 9 months. A top junta aide and an international diplomat said President Ondo and Prime Minister Mokhtar Ouen, tasked with steering the return to civilian rule after a coup last August, had been held since Monday and resigned before the mediator. Baba Sise, special advisor to junta boss Assimi Goita, said the negotiations were underway for their release and the formation of a new government.
Soldiers in Mali on Monday detained the president and prime minister of the interim government, deepening political crisis in the Sahel country just 9 months after military coup toppled its previous leader. President Bandao and Prime Minister Muktar Wani were sworn in last September to oversee transitional government for 1.5 years. Their detention came hours after government reshuffle left out 2 soldiers who led the coup last September and raised fears of second military takeover.
While creating his new government, the Prime Minister put together a list agreed with by the President without consulting the Vice President, who is in charge of making decisions on defense and security. This is in breach of the Charter.
In a statement, regional bloc ECOWAS called for their immediate release. Ndao, Owani and Defense Minister Suleiman Dokri were being held at a military base in Kati outside the capital Bamako. ECOWAS called their detention reckless. There was no immediate comment from the military, and the capital Bamako remained relatively calm. Activists and political parties have repeatedly accused the military of seeking to dominate power and frustrate the process of returning to civilian rule.
I am Prudence Okonna. Many thanks for joining us.